Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of That Comment Has No Truth to It. This time we have a comment from Cam in a Can which says, Sam, don't lie, I know you've been imprisoning your cat and forcing it to play Grotopia. Yeah, that comment has no truth to it. It's untrue. It's untrue. It's on. How do you know? Okay, Mr. Kibbles, just keep playing, alright, buddy? Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Alright, guys, now that that's all sorted with, let's play the next game for today. It's called What Do These Wires Do that I found in the basement? Guys, I don't want to brag, but I consider myself a bit of a detective, and I think I just figured out what they do. Guys, I hate having no electricity. What am I gonna do for the next couple hours? Oh, I know. I've got my phone on me, and I have enough data on my phone to act as a hotspot for my laptop, to go exclusively on Steam, find 8 games, and download the data required exactly for those 8 games. But that's all the data I have. So let's waste these dark, depressing hours and head to Steam and buy the 8 cheapest games I can find. Now, the rules behind this search is that I only have $6 to spend, and I can only play games which cost money. No free-to-play stuff here. I figured if this list could include free games, I could include actual products like Fortnite and Apex Legends. Nah, we're looking for things which were spat out for a quick buck. Or, well, in this case, less than a quick buck, since all of these games are only 75 cents. Along the way I found some pretty interesting games. Gay World caught my attention, alongside Adventures of Mike, and of course, Nya 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 Girls, I am human after all. But eventually I ended with this, 8 diverse games, all 75 cents a piece, all great. I figure the best way to go about these games is to go down the list alphabetically, so we're gonna begin with Airscape: The Fall of Gravity. As I was playing this game, I knew it seemed familiar. After a quick Google search, I found people like Jacksepticeye were playing this game all the way back in 2015, so this game definitely used to be pretty popular, at least for a small indie game. The title actually has an overwhelming amount of very positive reviews. In my opinion, it's fine. Maybe it's just me, but the constant spinning kind of annoyed me after a while and it didn't really feel great to play. I repeatedly killed myself on enemies which looked too similar to the background objects. I don't think the game did a terrific job on highlighting what was a physical object you could interact with and what was part of the background. My game also looked really ugly. I don't know what was going on with this game, but it did not like my computer, and my specs are pretty good, so I don't know what caused this. In the game's defense, I do like the art style a lot, mostly just a criticism on how it looked on my computer. I definitely think the game has an interesting concept. It reminded me of Mario Galaxy, and that's no insult by any means. I think my main complaints came from the swimming portions, which is where the camera is really an issue for me. The actual platforming to me was fine, but the swimming portions really didn't feel or look great to me. Overall, you could do a lot worse for 75 cents, but I wouldn't exactly recommend it either. This game is Introducing Fat Prisoner Simulator. It's a soccer game, and outside of that, well, that's really it. When the game began, me and my friends had quite a laugh. And that's it. That's probably all the game was worth. So whatever enjoyment you got out of seeing this footage is probably better than ever buying it. The game controls horribly. Your character plays with 10 controls, you move left or right and then steer your character forward. For a game of soccer, this is terrible. It's just terrible. I will give the game this though, kicking the other people over does feel super satisfying and it's pretty funny. Don't go near this game though, it's not even worth the 75 cents. Next up is Homeless Simulator 2, and Jesus Christ, if you ever thought being homeless was bad, you have no idea how truly bad it is until you play this game. Literally every person you meet wants to beat you up. And trust me, I haven't had an experience like this since last family Christmas. You can do a few things like sleep, interact, drag, matches, and check your inventory, but all these options are only displayed on the title card. You can't even find the controls anywhere when you're playing, and it's frustrating because the controls are garbage, so you don't even try to press a key long enough before moving on to the next one. You mainly just wander around as this poor woman asking people to help you. Help me. And likely you'll meet some evil man who laughs nastily and starts chasing you. These guys do not leave you alone, no matter how hard you try. And they'll just beat the hell out of you until you're dead. I don't know what I went into Homeless Simulator 2 expecting, but it wasn't this. Have you ever peed on someone? If so, thanks for checking out my channel. I'm clearly attracting an awesome audience, but also How to Be a Real Dude might be up your alley. Have you ever played a game where you go, oh, that looks interesting? Yeah? What if it wasn't, though? That's How to Be a Real Dude. I had one, oh neat moment, and that was when the game let me hop into a car. Otherwise, This game sucks. You can whack people, pee on them, spit on them, and fart on them. All things I do to the neighbor anyway, so I don't need a video game to live out this experience. There's just nothing here, man, and it's a shame because I see the base of something good. If someone took the mechanics of this game, and the world of this game, and just put objectives and collectibles in it, I could see this being a real, unique project. But there's just nothing to it. You can only pee, spit, and fart so many times. It's usually $7, which is an absolute ripoff. Even for 75 cents, I say don't waste your time. It's just not any fun. Oh, You Touch My Balls, otherwise listed as what? Hentai again in my Steam library, is a generic cool maths game where you guide the ball to the goal. I have no idea why the title of this game was so misleading. This absolutely could have done better and sold better with an actual title. I'm sure people would buy this for 75 cents if the game was actually upfront about what it was, but whatever. It's honestly fine. Like, it's a pretty generic game, and based on the button placements, it was definitely made for an iPad, but as it stands, I wouldn't recommend it or anything though. You can find higher quality versions of this exact game for free on the internet. I like that the background changes every time you try a level. I don't know. Grasping for straws here, guys. President Trump, The Way in Uganda. Tell me, based on this title screen, do you reckon it'll be good? Yeah, exactly. This game is terrible. You play as Trump collecting Bitcoin in Uganda? Or are you on the way to Uganda? I have no idea, and as things progress, you start collecting weed and watching out for these guys. Stay away from this Russian A horror. I have no words for this game, but maybe these will surprise you. This was probably my favourite game on the list. This is a combination of a legitimately feeling game, but with the absurdity you'd find in some bizarre bargain bin. It's exactly what I was hoping all of these 75-cent games would be. This absolutely delivered. The game's a horror game which involves you descending deeper into this seemingly underground building, and along the way you can find pictures of Putin and things. I have literally no idea what the hell any of this game is. One of my biggest frustrations was dropping my glow stick, as the environment of the game actually unnerved me because I was in the dark, and I genuinely had no idea what was going to come at me throughout the game. I actually got shocked by some of the little noises, and overall had a pretty great time with the game. The end of my experience was a little anticlimactic though. I don't know if I did things incorrectly, but I got to this hallway and things just ended, like nothing would trigger or happen. Overall, I had a pretty interesting time with this game. All around, I'd say if you have to waste 75 cents and you want to have a laugh with your mates, maybe have a go with this one. Ending off the list strong. Wait, let me check my notes. Oh, nah, never mind. The notes actually say, this one is garbage. The title of this game lied to me in itself. The game is called Ukrainian Ball in Search of Gas, which I thought sounded pretty funny. But there's just nothing to this game. You're not even a ball, you're an egg shape. And the gas isn't interesting to find at all. The trees in the environment randomly pop up scattered and shadows pop up literally right in front of you. There are bad games, and then there's this. Look, I'm not going to pretend anything on this list is worth your time, but holy shit. I think I should have been paid to play this. This is just shocking, mate. Overall, would I recommend any of these? No. If you had a chance to grab any of the games, I would say Russian A Horror and Homeless Simulator 2 are your best chances at a quick laugh, and Escape the Fall of Gravity is your best chance at playing an actual video game. You'd probably be smarter pooling together your $6 on one game, which is probably good, rather than 8 games which are all terrible. Seriously, after this video, I'll probably never touch any game in this list again. There's a chance I'll play the Homeless Simulator again just to see what the hell was going on there, but I assure you, it's not great quality, which is bringing me back to it. Well, that sure killed a bit of time, huh? And just in time, my laptop died. But the power's still out, which does suck a little bit. Not to worry though, as it's still the middle of the day, so at least we've still got a bit of sunlight. Alright, time to panic.